Something's off in Kurthus. Oh, that's... I know what that is. We're not getting bears. Okay, that's... So what's your sign? Is that... Yeah, that's the... Are we talking about, like, bears the animal or bears the human? Because this is an important question. This quest line is amazing. I will also be doing these in, like, chunks as they unlock, but we'll grab the first one. You have the look of a lad who's seen his fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sort to head into the Sea of Clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built. So winning the contract to ferry supplies out of the cloud top was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Nishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. Can't help fearing the worst. What if she's run afoul of sky pirates? The critters will have their paunts of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you that no honest merchant is safe now that airship production is, if you will excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and a vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Ah, yes, this new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers braving the unknown, but the truth of their nature is right there in the name. Sky pirates. Given half a chance, they'll strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and yell, "Yahar!" as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where the shipment was bound, and inquire as to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, and my poor helmsman. Ask Grantramont. He'll know, if any man does. Yeah, sky pirates. So the two that we're holding off on, we're holding off on 3 quests at the moment. One is the relic weapon, one is the normal raid for Heavensward, and one is the alliance raid for Heavensward. Can't really show normal raids at the moment because most people don't do the normal raid for ARR. It is Coils of Bahamut, and it's not in the duty roulette at all. But basically, there's alliance raids which are 24 person, and then normal raids which are 8 person. And every expansion has one of each. They unlock bit by bit each patch, so I am going to tend towards holding the raids and doing them all at once. There. Okay. Never quite remember how to do this. Gods of Eld, that's useful. Screw it. Do it the easy way. Dark Spectacle, that is the Dark Knight, that is the Astrologian. It's the easy way to do that. Ah, my Lord Archon. During your absence, a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak with you and will await you at the Rising Stones. If you have a mind to oblige the stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but it put me ill at ease to simply be near him. Gentleman. Is that what I think it is? Yep. That one's also getting held off on for the moment. That is Hildebrand. We will once again be doing those all in one go. Or am I? So the only thing I have to do is grab contradicting conventions from here. Oh, bloody hell. I see what I have to do. Firmament doesn't really unlock until patch 3.3 con. Gonna be a while till we get there. We have a quest with the Voth that's waiting, that unlocks as part of the Firmament quest lines. Ah, my dear sir, how do you fare you these days? Can't say business has been well myself. As you're aware, the church is in a bit of turmoil. It's taking a toll on my profits. Unrest is understandable, yet there are many who are using the confusion to take out their anger on my best customers. Now, I'm not one to get mixed up in politics, but the students of the Scholasticate pay good gill for tomes and feathered quills. One made a request that I want to oblige in order to keep the coin flowing. On behalf of her peers, she told me some disagreeable folk have been calling seminarians back to the cathedral, hurling all manner of insults. Easily singled out by their uniforms, they don't feel comfortable walking out in the open these days, and that includes around the crozier. You're inclined to keep an eye out for those who would try to harass the students. I'd ask that you make a round near the road to St. Ramon's Cathedral. If you see anyone starting trouble, do what adventurers do best, you know? Break it up, keep the peace, look intimidating. Okay, I go punch things. That is more Hildebrand. We will get there eventually. Pertinent pauper. It's hard enough without some fresh-faced seminarian rubbing salt in our wounds. Will our precious words repay us for what we've lost? Will they bring back the dead? Of course not. But as a pupil of the Scholasticate, I cannot forsake the teachings. If you give the book back, I am certain I can show you the proper passage to provide succor in your time of... Dare you! If the lies in this book will keep us warm at night, better destroy it than be destroyed by it. Sir, I absolutely cannot allow you to take that particular poem. Come back! Is he really going to... No. Do I want to help them? I'm not sure I want to help them. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Please, will you help my friend get his tome back? We're on our way back to the Scholasticate when that man accosted us. It's become an unfortunate occurrence these days. This is the first time someone went so far as to make off with one of our books. Thermoset may mean well, but I feel they'll get caught up in a lot more trouble if they outnumber him. I'll go and get help. Okay, but like, maybe recognize that that book is filled with lies if it's the teaching of the Holy See. I mean, be accepted at this point. So, why are you still following teachings that are known to be lies? Okay, let's find these little buggers. Hiding. There you are. Here's what to do with these two, Ben. Ben? Is that you? Goodness. Everyone knows this little piggy song. Goodness, what are the chances? I would appreciate it if you would ask your friend to produce the tome he's taken from me. Well, sent. It's been a while. Yes. What about it? Some light reading, but if you or your friend so much as take a step, precious tome goes up in smoke. Ah, the parables of Saint Donaphan. I know this title. It's the one we read as children. I recall Father Chauceau gave you his own copy before you left the broom for your higher learning. That person is a monster? Which it means to me. I promised to him to keep lessons dear to my heart. Kept it with me ever since. Sin to burn it. Scatter the ashes and your dreams along with them. It's three the same. How was I left to rot in this wretched place? Not you or Lay. What made you two so bloody special? Look down, Ben, or I'll see you burned as well. All the people. You best watch yourselves. The world is changing and we won't listen to your lies anymore. Make sure of that. What did you expect haunting them like that? That had to hurt. Sacrilegious bastard. Badly charred. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you won't get much out of it now. Worry not, Lee. I've already committed the entire text to heart. Just happy it was returned to me. Shouldn't let him off the hook so easily, you know. But not that I pity him. Hand him over to the Inquisitors without a second thought. You came to help me, yes? Were it not for you, I'm certain they would have turned their hatred towards me soon after. I could pay you for your services, but I'm afraid I live on but a meager stipend. Hardly enough for candles and ink. But if you would be so kind as to tell me your name? Mr. Shade, I am sincerely grateful for your protection. I may not have much in the way of coin, but if you are ever in need of spiritual enlightenment, then you need look no further than the cathedral. Alon's blessings be upon you. So you're paying me in thoughts and prayers. Got it. Smoldering tome of... Struggle to abide the lessons its now blackened words. Rise from its ashes. Answer right eagerly. Who the hell are you? hell? Let's see if this is part of a quest chain. We've returned, and on a moment too soon. Students seem less anxious, and business has nearly returned to normal. Presume you found who has been harassing them? Dear, not again. Where are the patrols when they're needed? Spread thin from what I hear. Fortunately, this gentleman was willing to lend a hand. Thank you for looking out for the well-being of our pupils. I'm Sister Gatel of Saint Endalim Scholasticate. Might I ask your... Oh, dear. I know your face. You're Master Shade. The one who had a hand in revealing the true history of the Holy See. But you mean to tell me I've been asking the Master Shade as my errand boy? You accepted it with such grace? Alone herself could not have arranged such a curious encounter. Contrary, I believe our meeting is a product of intervention most divine. Master Shade, if you would be so inclined, I would like to take you to meet the headmistress of our humble scholasticate. Mayortes was light shed on certain inconsistencies in Ishgard's history, and to a lesser extent, the Church's teachings. Needless to say, the resulting controversy has strained the relationship between the foundation of our great city-state rests upon the wisdom of XIV. Alas, the Lowmorn in particular have suffered greatly as a result of erroneous interpretations. Some have even begun to wonder if all our precepts have thus been distorted. Thanks for the sub, Mel. We of the Scholasticate are wont to reflect upon these revelations deeper than most. Although we live as scholars, we had grown complacent, accepting a single interpretation set forth by the Archbishop and his predecessors. Thank you for giving me a small piece of Jeff Bezos' wallet. Very small. Tiny. Tiny. We are openly reevaluating our teachings. Our students continue to be targeted by those who feel they have been deceived. As you yourself have no doubt seen, there are those who would rather purge the city of all clergy, regardless of their guilt. I did this sketch on Cozy, but Vamp turned it into an actual, emote. Any level of talent I have is in traditional. I don't know what I'm doing on a computer now. For art. On our side, surely those miscreants would think twice before harming our students. Pray come and visit our halls. I'm certain the students would be put at ease to see you again as well. I do not have a setup that would enable me to do any degree of art. Let's make my leave and return to the cathedral. Miqo'te, it has been a pleasure. Master Shade, I sincerely hope you shall consider my offer to meet with the headmistress. Lona's blessings be upon you both. My kitchen table is a storage space and is nowhere near my computer. Most surfaces in our apartment eventually become... Oh, you want to see a picture of the drawing? It will probably eventually end up on Instagram when I get around to like getting pictures of various art. Yep, basically all flat surfaces are storage spaces. Table, storage space. Couch, storage space. Mr. Shade, yes? Sister Gatel was hopeful you would come and visit. She awaits you inside. I will keep that in mind. Defederated. Seems like a lot to learn, and I'm not huge on social media to begin with. Master Shade, welcome to the Celesticate. I appreciate you coming all this way, but I'm afraid the headmistress is not here at the moment. She has taken leave to rest. Forgive me, but I must ask you to meet with her another day. Truly is a pity, as I too was looking forward to our audience with you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Father Bourvignon. I've heard much about you from Sister Gatel. The headmaster's absence, I have been charged with tending to myriad administrative matters. All that would ordinarily constitute is simply waxing the seal onto a pile of parchments. I've been forced to take a more hands-on approach. They're not quite level. They tilt just a touch. And they're also slightly curved, but yeah. See the joke. Also, they're both members of the same church organization, so it makes sense that they match. The deputy headmaster and I were just discussing a rather troubling event which occurred soon after our students' encounter in the broom. Here it may be connected. They're not quite bishops, no. Mr. Shade, you are familiar with the statue of Saint Valéron? One in the center of the forum? Samael stonemasons have been working on chiseling a new head. How do you know there isn't a cat currently sleeping in that hood? Prove. Our students has been tasked with overseeing their work. Fortunately, the student has since reported that the piece was vanished from the artisan's workshop. Given that it has little monetary value, Father Bourvignon and I cannot help but wonder if... The culprit bears a grudge against this student. Briardian, consulting inspector, at your service. Oh god, it's you again! Okay. This guy was part of the Hildebrand quests. In ARR. Archon, what brings you here of all places? Don't tell me. You were the hero that the students have been murmuring about? Cannot say I'm surprised. You're acquainted with my nephew, Master Shade? Yes, my uncle. You could say our paths have crossed. More than once. He made a prior appearance in a very popular side quest. It would need to be addressed, but yeah, we're getting there. Refers to me. Archon is an adventurer of exceptional skill in combat and deduction both. Pray, allow me to appoint him as my assistant. No, associate in my work here at the Scholasticate. Association is like to raise more than a few eyebrows, if not invite criticism. Understand your concern. I am willing to trust Briardian's judgment. Master Shade has shown nothing but compassion toward our students. Please permit me this company in ascertaining the piece's whereabouts. You may judge the value of our association afterwards. I don't want us to speak of this to the headmistress. I will allow Master Shade to accompany you, but only for the duration of the investigation. And for the love of the Fury, be discreet. Excellent. Come, Archon. Our first course of action will be to question the student responsible for overseeing the statue's restoration. I don't know what you're talking about. Toph is incapable of shutting up. Shade, a pleasant surprise to see you once more. Praise be to Alani. So you're asking after the statue piece. I made sure to lock the workshop door. I don't understand how it could have been taken. But worry not. I take full responsibility and will personally see it returned. That won't be necessary. Spectre Briodin, at your service. I am told you were recently harassed by several ruffians in the broom. And I suspect they may be responsible for this theft. What can you tell me about these men? So Mel sees a room full of books and wants to make them disorganized. I want potatoes now. Boiled mash stuck in stew? Nothing, Inspector. I've never seen them before in my life. Besides, why would they want to steal the statue piece? It makes no sense. In any event, as I said, the responsibility is mine and mine alone. Now, if you would excuse me? Admiral's sense of responsibility notwithstanding, he's clearly hiding something. Okay, Briodin. I think we may find our answers in Foundation. While I make inquiries in the broom, I ask that you keep an eye on the Forum. Many miscreants are wont to enlighten their misdeeds, and this one may be drawn to the statue. I'm just gonna see how long this questline is. Consultation. Yeah, there's quite a few steps before we finish this up. Because I know what the questline is, and there's wiki pages for this game. So I looked up the quest name on the wiki, and I can see how many steps are in it. Yeah. And? I do this every week.